Okay guys, so I just organized a group to do the daily heroic dungeon which I told you to pick up. This is heroic The Shattered Halls. And yeah, we're going to be doing it today. That means I'm going to be showing you guys the first part of WoW Endgame. So yeah. I mean, we need 2 people, so let's just summon from here. We got charge stunned. Let's fear this guy. There we go. So this thing right here is called a summoning stone. You can click a party member, click on the summoning stone, someone else will click the portal, and you will summon the person when the ritual of summoning effect wears off. The person will be summoned. There we go. So we summoned Philip right now. He will get a little pop-up screen asking him to, basically accept it. And yeah. Okay. All here. Not sure if Philip is here. Yep, looks like he's getting summoned. Here we go. Here he is. Perfect. Just gonna summon him real quick. There we go. So, time to start. First of all, I would really recommend you guys to find out where the instances are. Just Google instance name entrance. For example, this is Hellfire Ramparts. That out there is Blood Furnace. And this down here, where we are going, here, is the Shattered Halls. There we go. Can enter here to go right into the Shattered Halls. So I'm going to be explaining you guys group roles and all that stuff in a moment. I'm just going to sit down and okay guys, so we pulled the first pack of mobs. First of all, you want to press the V key on your keyboard to make these little things here show up. They're super useful and you should definitely be doing that. And let's actually fear this guy. No, let's not. Let's just Shadow Fury because we've got more mobs. And it does deal a lot of damage. What I'd recommend, like, if you're, as a Warlock, you're always going to be sticking to one target because Shadow Bolt is just really good. So, yeah, whenever you have more mobs than one, you can try and, here we go, we actually created a Soul Shard now. That's nice. So, you can see I'm top damage right now. Actually, no, I did top damage, but, yeah, this is overall in it. I need to fix that up. But yeah, let me just help the tank out here by stunning these. Pulled too much. I'm gonna resurrect him if I get the resurrect off. Yeah, didn't get it. So yeah, this will happen a lot. This will happen a lot. This will happen a lot. You will get overrun by mobs. You need to take it really slow. So yeah, just watch out for that. You really need to take it slowly when you're doing dungeons because, yeah, dungeons are like pretty hard. And Burning Crusade, dungeons are really hard. And, yep, you can, on Smolderforge, you can take the Resurrection Sickness without like any penalty. Like there's no penalty for it, so yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be back when we're back in the dungeon. Okay, so after every single one of these pulls, like, wait, let me put it to current fight, there we go, reset the data. So yeah, whenever you, okay, the tank's still dead, okay. So whenever you, like, wipe, what you want to do is you want to make sure you have all your stuff back up, because whenever you die, all your buffs are cleared. See, our Priest is rebuffing with Shadow Protection and Prayer of Fortitude. I'm resummoning my Imp, and I'm gonna drop a Soul Well right now, which I forgot to do. People are gonna click this, and they're gonna receive a Hellstone. You're gonna see what a Soul Well looks like soon. We'll click this, there we go, created a Soul Well. People can now click the Soul Well to get a Master Healthstone, which is really good. You also want to have a soul stone on you, you just create a soul stone. Every 30 minutes you're going to be able to use it on a target and get some bonuses. So yeah, make sure your blood pact is on, make sure your fell armor is active. And yeah, that's all the self buffs that I can. So yeah, ready indeed we are. So it is time to go. He's gonna put regrowth on himself. Okay. We're gonna wait a while before starting to attack. We're also gonna stun these and just start doing our thing. We wanna ease the burden on attack, so I'm gonna just drop curses on all the mobs. Also gonna fear this one because I see he's aggroing someone he's not supposed to be aggroing. And we can also use a soul shatter like right about now if we life tap. There we go. Gonna life tap a bit more right now. Gonna use a Shadow Fury again. Shadow Fury actually does really okay damage, to be honest. And yep, there we go. That's pretty much it. I could have used the Soul Shatter there, but a Soul Burn there, but I didn't. So yeah, there we go. Soul Burn is a spell that's pretty worth it to use. Although it does use a Soul Shard, it is quite a worth it spell. Yeah, there we go. There's one of the assassins that spawned there. There we go. Want to stun them all. And we want to just watch out right now. You really don't want to be doing that much. Because, yeah, the mobs have a lot of aggro. And when you get aggroed, that's not going to be good, you know? Whenever you get aggro, there's a chance you will die. Whenever you die, you lose DPS. And losing DPS is not good. So, yeah, that's like the simplest way of explaining it. Right now, the thing, you saw the red thing flashing on my screen. That was me getting aggro. That's from the Omen add-on, which is really good for tracking threat and all. I think this thing aggroed on me. It did. It's gonna fear it away. Okay, there we go. The priest got it though, so that's nice. Cast a Shadow Bolt. Kill it. Yep. Now we're gonna life tap back up a lot of our health. Because right now we have a healer in our group, which means pretty much I can do like a lot of stuff. Because I don't need to really care that much. Let's stun these. Use Shadow Fury, because Shadow Fury is cool. There you go. Using curses is very important, but it's not the most important thing. You don't need to have a curse up on every single mob. Just have a curse up on the thing you're killing, okay? That's the wrong spell. Never mind. We got a corruption on. It's fine, I guess. We also have a lot of shadow damage dealers, so people are gonna like me a lot because, yeah. So we're doing pretty okay damage. We're doing 800 DPS. Did that much on this pack. Just gonna curse these mobs. And yeah. Oh, that hit 4,000 damage. Wow. That was a lot of damage right there. And we also got like an instant cast. That's one of my talents actually. I think in destruction it's like backlash. There's a critical strike chance through your spells and physical attacks, and you get a 25% chance when hit by a physical attack to reduce the cast time of your next Shadow Bolt or Incinerate spell by 100%. Which is a lot, by the way. As if you had to know. This guy's using a powered shield effect right now, which kinda sucks. But yeah, this mob's gonna die. There we go. We got a soul shard from using that. And it's cycloned. No clue why it's cycloned, but it is cycloned, so yeah. There we go. Bashed, is it? There we go. Nice. Is our imp out of mana? I don't know how to give my imp mana, so yeah. Oh well. This is going to be a hard pull. So what you want to do here is, yeah, might want to CC this one. Always ask your group, like, can I do something extra for you guys? Okay, so now we're going to Shadow Fury. And we're going to just pick one mob. Ideally, you want to pick the marked mob. The tank will usually mark a mob and tell you, okay, so this is the mob you want to focus. And if he says, you know, this is the mob you want to focus, then you're going to focus the mob he tells you to focus. Like in my case, see right now I got a backlash proc from this guy being on my ass. I'm going to fear him right now. And there we go. He's going to get back on my ass now, which means I might get another backlash proc. And yeah, I mean, backlash procs are overall quite a DPS increase, but you know, really, it's not worth it. You can see there I got one. I'm gonna have to life tap here. Really like about Warlocks is life tap. Like, that's one of the best things about being a Warlock. You just get life tap. That's possibly one of the best things ever. I'm gonna re-fear this mob because the fear is about to run out. There we go. And now we're gonna life tap, and there's one more mob left there. The tank noticed her, gladly enough. So yeah, in groups, you're gonna be presented with this system most of the time. Whenever you're in a pickup group, which you probably will be a lot, this is the loot system. This is how loot will look. Whenever loot drops, this little window will pop up. You can mouse over the item to see what it is, if you can use it or not. You can select need if you want the item, greed if you want to sell the item, or pass. Now, the greed option is customary to not use it, okay? Whenever like epic or rare items drop, you don't want to use the greed option. You want to pass if you don't want it, okay? Since it's a green item, we can greed it, and yeah, someone needed it, so yeah. Yeah. Right now, we're going to wait a bit and start casting now, because I do generate a lot of threat. You will realize, you know, I do a lot of damage, and thus I do a lot of threat, you know. And right now, yeah, you can see we even aggroed the mob here off the tank. If I was using Curse of Weakness, it probably would get aggroed much sooner. But yeah, that's one thing at least. You're going to notice that when you're in a dungeon group, you're probably going to be forgetting about your spells more often, which is probably purely because, yeah, you're kind of like adapting to the situation. And there we go. No, well, that wasn't really necessary. But yeah, we can put this on him, maybe a corruption even. Like, our set bonus here that we have equipped is that, where is it? Your Shadow Bolt spell hits increases damage of corruption by 10%, and your Senior spell hits increase to blah blah blah. So yeah, basically whenever we Shadow Bolt the target, we get bonus like damage, but we don't really need to care because corruption is not that good of a damage increase to bother using. So yeah, there we go. See, I did like top damage there, and I only used 2 spells. So yeah. There's a... Being Warlock, really, it's about those big Shadow Bolts. And haste. Haste is a really big thing. So yeah. We're gonna follow through right now. You want to wait a while before DPSing, especially if you're a Warlock. For example, because I have long cast time spells, which means they do a lot of damage. And because they do a lot of damage, it means they generate a lot of threat. And that's like kind of what you want to remember from threat and all those things is whenever something has high damage, it also has high threat. And when you have high threat, you might out-aggro your tank, which is a really bad thing. So yeah, right now you really just want to like watch. Here's the aggro. See the I have 3,000 threat. He has 9,000 threat. Whenever I have more threat than tank, I'm the main threat target, and that means that the target will start attacking me. So right now we're going to pop a curse on and just continue DPSing. There we go. And the final kill target. There we go. That was a big Shadow Bolt. We didn't even need to start casting another one. After every pack, like just life tap. It's better to life tap like while you're out of combat, because when you're in combat and you're life tapping, there's a chance that you will get killed by other mechanics. I'm going to fear this thing off him real quick. There we go. And we're gonna continue DPSing on the main target. There we go. There's a big hit there. And yeah, I wanna. These are like non-elite mobs. You'll see that this is a normal mob. This is an elite mob. We don't even have an elite one alive now, sadly. But hey, you know what I mean. They have a little. You'll notice it. It's a yellow dragon around their portrait. And yeah. There are also rare mobs, which have a silver dragon around their portrait. Yeah, honestly, the best way to learn WoW is to just play WoW. And honestly, like, from playing a Warlock, I can tell you, like, wow. Learning to play as a Warlock would be so much easier. But sadly, I played a Priest when I first started playing this game. Well, a Rogue, then a Priest. So yeah, this tank is really creatively using all his threat mechanics, which I really like. And yeah. What I could also like do here is I could drop in a cheeky rain of fire if I really wanted to. Or a hellfire. But I don't know why I would do that. I mean, it does okay damage. It does very okay damage, actually. Okay, I'm gonna use that. Because that does a lot of damage. And look, here's a quest mob. We can pick up a quest from this guy. Rescue Captain something. Okay, we're gonna do that. Okay. And we're gonna use Hellfire. And go boom on the AoE damage. Look at it. 3,000 damage per second. Like, I require a lot of healing, but I did 3,000 damage per second there. Which is a lot of damage. So, yeah, I do deem it kind of worth it, but yeah. That also generates a lot of threat. And yeah, you could see the mobs were attacking me and the health got all the way down to like 3,000 health from 10,000, which is, well, a third of my health pool, but we also did a lot of damage. Once again, I'm gonna like precast the Shadow Bolt here because I know he's gonna be doing that. And you see that Shadow Bolt pulled aggro. Right now, what I'm gonna just do, I'm gonna go boom on Hellfire and gonna AoE damage like a champion, generating a lot of threat though. But luckily, I didn't generate too much threat, and also I lagged out right now. And you will notice here, it tells me every time Omen just prints out whenever I pass 90% of his threat, basically whenever I should calm down on doing damage for a while. There we go. We can life tap up. This is where the first boss will be. This is going to be the first boss fight we're going to do. Shattered Halls is actually like considered one of the harder boss fights. So yeah, Shattered Halls is just in general one of the harder dungeons. And there we go. Off we go. Gonna start DPSing. This is not like one of the hardest trash packs ever. You can see they're not elite mobs. And plus, the aggro kind of like bugged a bit. And yep, there we go. Everything just died. Nice. So yeah, we got the boss here. And we're gonna start doing damage on him. Boom. And we also, because this is a boss fight, we want to pop all the stuff on him. And I do not want to stand in that. Notice that's a thing. Looks like it's bad. Don't want to stand in it. It's the basics of boss fights in WoW is basically don't stand in the fire, whatever the fire may be. So yeah. Also, I kind of like to keep the. Kind of want to keep the. Kind of like keeping corruption up because whenever this boss, for example, it does the thing, whatever the thing is called. Yeah, you saw us got horrored there for a moment, and we basically basically we got horrored, okay, which means we lost time, we lost casting of a Shadow Bolt, and the corruption ticks damage whether you cast while it's on or not. So yeah, so the boss just resisted stuff. Also, he's just using Whirlwind there. We go, and we killed him. Nice. Bands of Nethcrazy. Those are pretty good, but we got better ones. So yeah, we're just going to pass on these. And also, if you're playing on Smolderforge or anywhere, remember bosses drop badges of justice. You can pick up the badge of justice and you can then trade it in at the badge vendor to get yourself some sick gear. I want to check in the demonology tree if I do indeed have Fell Domination, I think it's called. Yeah, I do. So I want to bind that real quick. I'm going to use Fell Domination, and I want to summon my imp real quick. Because what Fell Domination does is it increases reduces the summoning time of your demons. Which is really good. So yeah, we want to do that. Oh man, something got resisted there. It's not nice. Don't like when stuff gets resisted. Wow, that was a big hit. And this is that's the Blade of Wizardry's proc right there. Blade of Wizardry proc is absolutely amazing, by the way. It's god amazing. Wow. I loved it. Okay, it's not even worth it to hit that mob because he's just gonna die. Yep. Another thing that the Warlock teaches you is, as a caster, whether it is worth it to cast a spell or not. Because sometimes it is not worth it to cast a spell. That's just how it is. Sometimes it's just not worth it to cast a spell. For example, when the mob is going to live for 1 second and you have a 2.5 second cast, why would you cast it? Because there's, you know, no worth in casting it. So, yeah. Like right now, yeah, see that Shadow Bolt sadly didn't land. But hey, there's a lot of mobs here. And we're literally just gonna run in there and we're probably just gonna Hellfire. There we go. Run in. Do the Hellfire. Whoop, 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 whoop. We might die here. Probably will, to be honest. Probably will. Yeah. Don't do that. Especially not when your tank's struggling with threat. Like, maybe some other time, but not when your tank's struggling for threat. Because, yeah, as you saw, that almost got me killed there. I'm just glad we got a good healer. I'm not going to use Shadow Fury on so little mobs. Boom. And there we go. Got some money. Remember to loot every single mob individually if you really want to loot. There we go. Unless right now Cyclone prevents all damage. So yeah, we're not going to cast stuff on a Cyclone enemy. There we go. And I'm cursed right now. I could decurse. Actually, no, I can't decurse. I think my Felguard can decurse though. Oh well. There we go. We want to start bashing on a mob that the tank told us to bash, which is exactly the one that we just, you know, almost got threat on. Actually, we still have threat on him. There we go. 5,000 Shadow Bolt. Holy crap. That was one hella big Shadow Bolt. This is also a boss, by the way, so yeah. I don't know how hard this boss is hitting. Doesn't look like he's hitting very hard. I'm just gonna quickly curse these two mobs to help out the tank a little bit. So yeah, there we go. Just gonna continue doing the Shadow Bolts because Shadow Bolts are cool. It's one thing I learned from being a Warlock. Shadow Bolts are really, really cool. There we go. He's going over down to 20%. I've got low mana, but I got enough for Shadow Bolt, so yeah, now we need to tap. Yeah, he's dead. There we go. Nice. You'll notice that he drops some gems, which are kind of cool. His pantaloons are not good enough. Nope. Once again, I'm going to loot him for my badge. And we're going to continue. I'm just going to life tap back up. Although this is increasing the damage from life tap quite a bunch. So yeah. Kind of bad, but whatever. And we passed threat again. Doing so much threat. Right now I'm at the top, almost on the top threat, so yeah. Omen is really like, yeah, it's kind of hard to understand how it works exactly when you first look at it. But once you play the game for a bit longer, you will understand how Omen works. And it's definitely among the essential add-ons. Like, the essential add-ons are Deadly Boss Mods, or Bigwigs, Recount, or Skada, the Omen. Those are like the main add-ons. There we go. I'm gonna hit them. Okay, we can just dodge all these mobs actually, which is pretty nice. You know, life tap while we're on the move. That's one thing we can do. Another pack of mobs we can skip. These are going to be a bit harder to do though. Okay, so we're going to focus the main mob. We're going to debuff all the other mobs with the curse. With the other curse, the one that will reduce damage on the tank, which is Curse of Weakness. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that you want to think about doing, you know? Easing the burden on your group. Providing more damage on the kill target with Curse of Elements, and providing less damage on the tank with the other curses. For example, right now we're killing this one. Once again, it was marked, so we're going to just fire off on that one. Another Curse of Weakness on this one. And I think he resisted the curse. Did he? No, he did not. So yeah, let's cast away more. As you can see, I'm doing top damage, even though I'm literally just freshly dinged, and yeah, it's mainly because I'm a Warlock, but it's also because I'm cool. Yay! There we go, this is the next kill target. I'm not really going to bother switching curses, because, yeah, not really worth it. That guy's going to die very, very soon. Both of them are. Yep, time to life tap back up. I do believe we're getting to the last boss now. So yeah, yep, we are. There we go. That right there is Warbringer Omorg. That is the last boss. Or is he? Actually, there might be Kargath Bladefist behind him. I'm not sure. Not sure, really. There we go. Cast it on the wrong target, but it doesn't really matter, so... Gonna debuff that one with that curse. And looks like we're up to another cycle of life taps, which I'm gonna just spam away, but I lagged out. So yeah. Just gonna, chill here. Being AFK speeds up mana regen, so yeah. Yeah, there is still Kargath Bladefist, actually. Now that I look at the quest log, there still is Kargath Bladefist, so... yeah, we still have more bosses to go. Gonna life tap to full mana before this boss, though, because I want the healer to be able to, heal me up. And, yeah, so that I don't die. Okay, let's reset the meters. We go, got a curse on him. I think this boss is the one that has the random threat table, actually. So I want to stand, fairly away from the boss. There we go. Because this boss, the threat tables on this boss, no one really knows how they work. But the theory is it gives the person with the lowest DPS a boatload of threat to swim in, just for fun. Because he's a two-headed ogre, right? So, basically, what goes on when you have two heads that have two different, threat tables, plus this random fear is also really fun, Which you can do on this boss, actually, because he has random threat, which means he's going to be hitting random targets. Lowering his attack power with Curse of Weakness is also, a relatively good idea, because, yeah, it's a pretty decent idea. I really don't want to move right now in range for the soul shot. Yep, as you can see, the boss just moved into range for me. So yeah. And we're gonna have to life tap here a few times. Or just once, I don't really know. Yeah, probably just once. Yep, he's gonna die now. There we go. Jeweled Boots of Sanctification. It's a healing thing. Yep, got our badge, and it's time for Kargath. So you'll notice here, I had a lot of Shadow Bolts there. 24 Shadow Bolts, 12 Ticks of Corruption, Shadowburn and Lightning Bolts from the thing, and a Death Coil when he aggroed me. So yeah, usually, you will see the stuff from the Warlocks literally just be Shadow Bolt, Shadowburn. Yep, all know where to stand. Yeah. By the way, if you're new to the game, feel free to ask your group. Your group is there for you. And no matter how shy you might be or how insecure you might be, ask your group, because your group is the thing that's going to help you. Oh, 2-second Shadow Bolts are beautiful. Holy crap. I can't even, tell you how beautiful it feels. You're going to have to, yeah. You're going to have to bear with me and believe me when I say that 2-second Shadow Bolts are a blessing. Okay. It's going to get healed up and going to be at full mana for this boss. Okay, he said, look at minimap, go there. Okay, we're gonna go there. Just always let the tank go first. There we go. We're gonna run. Yep, and the boss aggroed on me, and I also got a proc right away from my Blade of Wizardry, which is also really cool. There's some extra adds here, so we're gonna just pop something on them. I'm gonna use a Shadow Fury, because these are all gonna be wailing on the tank, and that is not very good, because the tank is gonna be taking a lot of damage right now. So yeah, we want to ease the burden of the damage on the tank. Literally just want to make it easier for him. And yep, there we go. Gonna tap here because I see that we have a bit of time to tap here. Gonna gain a bit more health. Yep, there's a lot of mobs gonna be aggroing here. And I don't want to use Hellfire here, although it would boost my damage. It would most likely kill me. There we go. But I'm gonna use some Shadow Furies because it just helps because the mobs get stunned. And watch out, we're getting threat on Kargath. Yeah, we just out-aggroed him, but I think he's gonna taunt. Plus Kargath is running around like an idiot, so yeah. It's his charge ability. There we go. I'm gonna tap up a bit now. You don't want to tap too much at once, because you're gonna lose a lot of health, and yeah, losing a lot of health is not good in general. There we go, nice. There's an Ace of Furies, Demon Blood Eviscerator, oh I remember getting that one, and Bands of Refined Magic, which actually might be an increase. No, they're not, but hey, still. You don't need the card, why not, I want the card, I feel like the card is cool. Did they just get Viper Venomed or some shit? Just die already, come on. There we go, he died. Gonna collect my Blade Fist Seal. Okay then. Did I already collect my badge or what? I don't know, I'm gonna get some badges for the quest as well, so yeah. Gonna tap up here a bit. And gonna go right back into action on these mobs. There we go. And that was the first dungeon ever on Whateverr. Hahaha. The puns intensify. Wow. I did not do that on purpose, but God, that was good. God. Wow. You'll notice my pet died, and I can't be arsed to resurrect it. So yeah. There we go. Badge of Justice from this mob. What the fuck? Okay. That was a nice Badge of Justice. But yeah. There's a quest complete. And we can do .stuck.st to just leave the instance. Yeah, nice run. Thanks all. In the next episode, I'm hopefully going to show you a raid, which might be from me as a tank's perspective, because that's going to be much faster for me to get. But yeah, once you finish your daily heroic, you can just come in here, turn in the items, and you're going to get Heart of Darkness, Full Armament, Weapon Fragment, Arc Entombment, 2 Badges of Justice. You can pick whatever you want, and yeah. I'm gonna like go with the Heart of Darkness. So yeah. Don't really bother about picking any. You're just there for the badges. For example, right now I got 10 badges, which is absolutely perfect because I'm gonna go to the trinket vendor. I'm gonna get the best caster trinket in the game, which is the Skull of Gul'dan, which increases your spell haste rating by 175 when you use it. Also gives you a boatload of spell hit rating, and yeah. Gonna get that. It's a really, really good trinket. So that's how I got my first badge item. And we can change it out for the Quagmire Eye, and I will guarantee you that's a really good item. Okay, so yeah, that's how I got the first trinket there. You're going to be getting those badges a lot. You're going to get a lot of that badges. For every single heroic dungeon boss you kill, you're going to get a badge. For every raid boss you kill, you're going to get 2 badges. And as you can see, you can get rings with it, and you can also get, you will see your tier 6 set, the Malefic set, Badges of Justice. It also like looks really swell, but it's also really swell with the set bonuses. That is actually like, oh, when I want to tank on my Warlock, this is one of the 2 set bonus here is really, really good. So yeah, get a bunch of items here from for badges, and the badge gear is, well, almost always better than the free gear you can get here for just, you know, playing. So yeah. So yeah, guys, that is about it for the first part of, you know, end game in WoW. Next time I'm gonna look at raids, probably from a different character's perspective. But yeah, this server, Smolderforge, is literally here, and why I'm using it for is it's instant level 70. You can test out all the classes at endgame. There's going to be a much better server releasing soon called Corecraft, where you're going to start at level 60 right into Outland. You're going to level 10 levels, you're going to hit level 70, and then you can get into endgame. I'm going to be making another set of these guides right after Corecraft releases, showing you guys like how to start out when you hit level 70, because that can be very confusing. Here you can just deck yourself out in gear, go do dungeons, and you're chill, but you're not going to have your Corruptor set when you first hit level 70, you know? You're going to have shitty blues like we saw drop there. You're going to have even worse gear than that. So yeah. That's about it, and I'll see you guys next time. Aqo.